Wing Chun kicking, or Wing Chun versus kicks.
Wing Chun versus kicks.
We were talking Wing Chun versus kicks. And yeah, John had some good questions. We were talking about how does Wing Chun deal with kicks in the street. There's theory, there's reality,
yes.
There's sparring mentality,
yes.
Stuff like that.
I want to say for the most part, kicking, when you learn it, you are kind of learning it in a simplistic, self-defensive way. But for the, when you grow more into the martial art or whatever you're training and stuff, and you get into things on the streets and fights of that nature with multiple people attacking you and group fights, you against 3, 4, 5 people, that number increased on top of that. And, I'm not ashamed to say I've been in, some situations, and all my years of martial arts, I probably never threw one kick in any of those situations.
And you've got a background in kicking too.
Yes, sir.
Kickboxing and...
Kickboxing, Kuk-Soo, which is a very extensive Korean martial arts. I think they get a little deeper into the kicking art of it.
Korean.
But for the most part, yeah, on the street is different from...
Yeah, and we talk about the same thing. There's always, the distance and the decision where, in theory, in a sparring type setting, the opponent, the kicker, whether he's doing, his style of martial art and I'm doing Wing Chun, he's sizing you up just like I'm sizing him up. I have what I consider my minimum safe distance, and he has what he considers and feels his minimum safe distance so that he can launch his kick.
Right.
And right from this distance right here, yeah, we can't touch each other, but in his mentality, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you're thinking this is now your minimum safe distance because you can launch your kick from here, and I can't get to you as of yet.
Right.
But is that going to be the reality on the street? Is the question. Is somebody, whether you're in a bar, a park, and the very few fights that I've been in the street, was in a park after a basketball game.
Right.
Somebody was pissed off because I beat them. That's right, I used to be a decent basketball player. And
all around athlete here.
But he was pissed off, and he's a hothead, and we ended up kind of going at it. But yeah, it didn't start from this distance. It actually started from this distance, and this is now like what I've considered to be the danger zone.
Definitely
he can hit me just as easily as I could hit him. At this point, it's whoever makes the decision to hit the other person first.
The quick and the dead.
Yeah.
And that's who can shoot who first.
Right. Even if he did like some type of like low-lying kick, from here. If he makes that decision to do a shin kick or even a simple knee before I do it, I'm now reacting off him. I'm in the danger zone.
Right.
Like I said, it's the opponent's extended leg range.
And pain is pain.
Yeah. And I've been kicked from the shin, and you can tap yourself with a ping pong paddle in the shin and see how delicate the shin is because there's no muscle there to protect the bone.
Yes.
So, there's, like I said, there's theory, there's sparring, but then there's the reality. If you saw somebody, and let's say you are at a park and he's, his kicking martial art, and he starts to size, let's say if you do your thing, right here, he's comfortable, he's at his range. Me being the Wing Chun guy, my safety, my survival is my whole goal. So if he starts doing his kicks from there, I'd be like, hey man, I don't want any trouble, But if I'm in a corner and I've got no idea what to do, and he still is coming after me from here, and he comes forward, I'll grab whatever I can get. I just distract him, whatever I have to do, just for that second, just to break his timing. So that if he's from here and he launches a clean kick, I'm gonna eat that, no problem. But if I distract him by throwing that bottle or something like that, I break his timing, make him blink for that second, then I can continue, I can close that gap.
Exactly.
But don't play his game. If he's here and he's sparring, he knows the kick, he understands distance. Distance is a universal principle. It's not just unique to Wing Chun. We break it down and try to dissect it at a deeper level to be able to apply it at a higher level. But it's a universal principle that everybody uses in everything they do, martial arts, life in general. So in reality, the street fight, though, again, and John can attest to it, and through my experiences, fights don't start from out here. If you do, you've got to be smart, walk away, or you distract them at the last second, and then you can close the gap on them.
Like I was telling Sifu, it's kind of like a fighting video game. That's not real life. People get in your stance and go. You know, that's a tournament and that's a video game. In real life, you don't know when, where, or how the attack is going to come. And so, you know, you can't set up for a kick in a street fight. You can set up for a kick in a tournament.
Yeah, and nobody's gonna come in and do like a half-ass roundhouse kick, and I'm gonna catch the kick and do some type of technique. No, street fighting, you gotta be savvy. You know, he sits there, he thinks, oh, I'm gonna fight him. Like, hey man, I don't want any trouble. Now I know my minimum safe distance when I can close the gap here, then I go in. And again, once I close that gap, I make that decision. Yeah, that's when I engage. You know, I make the decision and I go. That minimum safe distance, I go in that, bam, and I go. I've got to make that decision before he makes the decision. Because if I'm here and I'm talking, all of a sudden he like does some type of hook punch or something, yeah, I'm going to eat that. You know, and if he really tries to explode that hit onto me, I'm going to be eating that hit. There's no reaction that I'm going to do to block that. If I'm caught by surprise, I have to try to block first. I can't be like, oh, you know, try to do some reactionary drill where he does whatever and I come up here. The only reason I'm able to do that is because he's moving like quarter speed, you know, before, while I'm going like full speed.
Back, you know, full speed is...
Yeah.
You know, boxers know how to put the hell of weight into it and turn that front leg, so,
they're trying
you know, that hook's coming with everything, so.
Right.
Then there's some more punches coming now. You know, if anybody got any basic training in some boxing or anything like that, you know, they're gonna try to throw combinations and, you know.
That's why you've got to know that minimum safe distance. And if you are inside that minimum safe distance, you've got to make that decision to either engage or get out before the other person makes that decision to engage or get out. You know? And you, in a street fight, obviously, you can't let your pride get in the way. The survival is number one. You don't care if you look like an idiot and your girlfriend leaves you because you backed out of a fight. Yeah, drop that bitch right away. She's not
you don't need her.
Yeah, you know. So don't let your pride get in. You've got to understand, you know, common sense, street smarts. That distance and the decision is critical. Because nobody's gonna set up. You know, you're at a bar and nobody's gonna be like, all right, clear the area. Let's do this.
It's a good movie. I saw that in a lot of movies.
Yeah, but realistically, like, hey man, I don't know if I get there. Yeah, and then I go in.
Exactly. And that's how other people are going to do it too. Sure. You know what I mean? They're going to sucker you in and make you think everything's okay. Well, you're looking out this way, and then, you know, see who's just going to come right on up.
Oh, I'm going to go in.
I didn't even have time to kick because he's knocking me out.
Yes, I said, there's, you know, in a sparring tournament or a situation, yeah, you know, you guys are playing around and kicking and keeping each other at bay, and that's your kicking range. But that's not the reality as far as like, oh, somebody's going to come in and, you know, try to, on his shirt, Bruce Lee style you, and be like, come from here. He makes that decision, you know, to fight or whatever, and you're out in the park and he does that, and you just walk away, man. I don't know.
Exactly.
You know, because now you're playing his game. He's trained for years, maybe decades.
And they're not going to kick you. You are going to get.
Yeah,
you're going to get kicked.
I mean, I would eat it. We were screwing around. Yeah, if I play the game and I'm here and we're doing this, he'll pick me apart. He has, you know, good enough skill and experience. If I stay at that range, yeah, I'll eat the kicks.
And that experience, what we just did, the experiment we just did, made me realize, like, hold on. I think Sifu was trying to make Wing Chun, you know, something that is not. Because
I wasn't trying to do anything like that. We were trying to.
Sorry, maybe the wording. I mean, you know, it's messed up. You're gonna have to edit that out.
We were experimenting with distance. Tournament range distance, which the kicker will try to keep you at his range because it's all about being comfortable.
For you want like a quick example, so you know, this is what we're originally doing. So. Yeah. The kid's gonna come up every time. That kid's gonna make it in there. If Brady said go, if we, you know,
I'll eat that.
Bingo, you know, because you know it's about who's faster, and really this leg is I'm already playing, and he's coming in, so this leg is gonna come up fast. It's gonna hit him, you know. Regardless.
It's about timing, and he's timing me just like I'm timing him. If I'm from here, he knows because of his years of experience that I'm from this distance and I'm going in here. He's already raising his leg and extending his kick. When I'm not in my distance that I need to close the gap.
Right.
And so I'm playing his game. With Chun, I don't play his game. You know, I'd be like, hey, dude, I don't want to fight here. Now I'm in range here. Now he can't kick. You You know, I make that decision, I'm in range, he won't even get that kick off. But again, it's distance and decision.
Yes.
And both people are playing that game. It's nothing, it's just the terms I use, you know. Distance, know your minimum safe distance. And, you know, if he's playing the game kicking, now that distance has changed a little bit. Now it's expanded. So you've got to know your range, get to your minimum safe distance. You're at that minimum safe distance, then I go in, make the decision.
Decision.